Yo, what up? It is the 25th of June 2024. It is currently 10:52 p.m. on a Tuesday. And I believe today we've got some mail. We need to throw some of this old stuff out. If we toss this and this, we can grab these, and we should know what these three things are, or at least roughly what they are. It's all the last bit of fruit furniture I need. But we're going to start today by going to the shops. Excuse me, selling all this stuff. Oh man. And then we'll get ourselves sorted. I think we'll... I don't know what order we'll do this in. Oh, Buck is out and about today. Not that I care. I mean, it does mean that he's not moving out. I know that for a fact. Alright, hello Mr. Nook. Now, Tangy was sick yesterday, so... good chance she's still sick today. I guess we could preemptively buy medicine. Or I could take the gamble. I mean, I don't see the point in, risking it. Might as well just buy the medicine anyway. Alright, we're gonna sell... oh. Do I want to sell this? What am I going to use a hammerhead shark for? I mean, I could decorate the room with it, but what would even be the point of that? Also, I should have sold the regal bed. Nice amount of money. See, if I tried a bit harder, I could be making more money. Adding, like, 20 minutes to the runtime of an episode, but still. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Able Sisters. Oh, I didn't buy medicine. Okay, well now we are taking the risk because I can't be bothered to go back. Anything new today? Doesn't look like it. What is this shirt? Green bar shirt? Yeah, green bar shirt. If I can recognize the name, then I definitely have it. What is this? Actually haven't got... oh, the burglar shirt. I'm pretty sure I have that. See, I've been very presumptive these last couple days in terms of the clothing. Let's look. Burglar's shirt, yes, I have it already. Green bar shirt, yes, I have it already. And that middle shirt I've seen. I think that's... is that a funky dot shirt? No, an optical shirt. Which I... yes, I also have. Just so many of the clothes are going to be, like, all year clothing in the, whatever my two most common, clothing groups are. I actually don't know what they are. Oh, broke that Lily of the Valley. Oops. You know, maybe I should check in and see if my, town is still considered perfect. How do we do that? It's been a while. It doesn't really matter. I'd assume if it is ranking lower, then the only reason would be because of how much stuff I've dumped in front of my house. But, I don't know. I think litter might be, like, valued based on, I think the Civic Center. I think it might be valued based on, like, how many acres are, like, have a bunch of stuff on the ground. Let's check. It's just incredible. Mateio's been absolutely mind-blowing. That's what it says. Well, it might be nice to live in a town like this. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, probably will always be perfect, because the amount of flowers is only really going up. Until eventually we'll be so overrun that we won't have any room to breathe. And obviously the trees aren't going down, because I don't chop trees. The only trees I chop are the failed money trees. Which... I'm pretty sure growing trees, like the stages of growth, still count as trees. So they'll always be, maybe not the saplings. I don't think the saplings do. So there'll always be, you know, those like 3 of those 4 trees there every day. And I mean the way it works is, and I guess I've gone into this a couple times, but might as well talk about it more. You know, you've got... it's basically just the amount of trees there are, the amount of flowers there are, And the thing they want more of is the trees. I think it's like, if you've got anywhere over like 12 trees in 1 acre, then you only need like 3 flowers in that acre. And obviously I have more than 3 flowers in every acre, just looking around. The other day I ran into Knife, and I never knew someone could be such a rich with an E at the end of it. And I guess I should clarify that an acre is considered a 16 by 16 tile area, which is invisible to the player in this game. So you have to mark it out. Oh no, Cube! Don't try and leave. Isn't this like the second time he's tried to do this? Like this week? I guess it's only Tuesday. In the past week, he doesn't have a new hobby, so he doesn't have anything to cling on to. But I never... Didn't I keep denying his ability to fish? So maybe they can lose hobbies if you just don't engage. I guess... Well, yeah, that proves it. So really with Buck, I could just ignore him and eventually he'll leave. Theoretically speaking, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. That's one thing I like about this game, is that there's sort of room left to discover stuff. Don't leave me. But yeah, like, I mean, there's some fun in not knowing everything about a game. Because, like, I mean, very few people know everything about any particular game. Like, there's games like Minecraft where I've been playing that game... I don't know how long I've been playing that game, but, like, probably more than half of my life. You know, like, maybe, I don't know. Well, whenever the Xbox 360 version came out, I didn't play it when it launched, but I definitely would have been near. Yeah, but, you know, I still know everything about Minecraft, and that game's been around for ages, and I've been playing it for ages. Obviously, that's a bit of an exception because it keeps getting updated, but even some older, you know, content I still don't know 100%. Like, there's still crafting recipes that I have to look up because I'm, you know, not used to them, and it'll be stuff like powered rails, which, it's a stupid recipe, to be fair. Anyway, but what my point is that, like, not knowing everything about a game, I think, is fun. Not knowing everything in general is just fun. Like, I like the pursuit of knowledge. I think that's something I value a lot. I mean, how I was talking about trivia just, 2 days ago? So I think I make that point pretty clear. Oh, looks like the gamble was good, because Tangy is alright. Let's just quickly... I can't believe you came to see me so many times. Thanks to you, I'm fully recovered. Oh, yeah, here. I want you to take this as my appreciation token. A sky wall. Very nice. But yeah, you know, I value the pursuit of knowledge, but I think... I mean, you can't really pursue knowledge if you know everything already, which I guess is... That's not me trying to sound all deep. It just kind of is it is true. Like, part of the fun of a piece of information is, like, learning it. Also, I know this looks really weird, but I'm just lining myself up to water this flower over and over again because I keep worrying I'm missing. That could be a whole bloody I could edit a whole compilation of me missing flowers. Yeah, like, you know, you can't learn if you know everything, and I think part of the fun of knowing stuff is having learned it to begin with. So this game, like, things not being too clear because of how, like, I wouldn't say unpopular it is, because it is actually one of the better selling Animal Crossing games, but I think in terms of series legacy, it's one of the ones that's left less of an impact, because, like, the first game is obvious, like, it's the first game in the series, of course it's going to leave a huge impact. Pretty much every single franchise I can think of, you know, one of the biggest games is its first, or at the very least the first one is pretty important. Exception, I was thinking about this the other day, Street Fighter. Nobody ever talks about the first Street Fighter game, and that's probably for good reason, because it's not a very... Well, I haven't played it, but it doesn't look like it's very fun. Anyway, you know, this game is, like, in terms of, even though it's sold a lot, in terms of legacy, it's like, oh, it's the one, you know, it's the lame one. Oh, a tarantula. Look at him go. Should I try catching it? Oh, and it went into the water. Couldn't really do much about that. Doesn't really matter though, does it? But yeah, you know, even though this one sold a lot, yeah, people don't really look... Well, people look back on it fondly, but people don't play it or, like, focus on it when, you know, there's people... There's New Horizons people who, you know, are playing the newest game, which is also going to always be pretty, like, big. And then there's, you know, people who are resistant to the New Horizons style and are like, New Leaf was better, because that was the one before it. And then there's, like, you know, if you're old school, you play the GameCube one. That's the one that's, like, cool old. But this one's sort of, like, I wouldn't say lame old, but it's kind of, I guess, considered just, like, whatever. Which I didn't agree with, obviously. I wouldn't be playing it then. This net, I mostly use this to keep admirers away from me. Yeah, one button press and bzzzt, Mr. Smooth gets an electric surprise. Oh my god. Actually, that model was too expensive, so I just whack guys. Yeah, that would be a... I mean, I guess it wouldn't be assault. It depends. I don't know what the self-defense laws are in this world. I don't know what laws there are in general. I mean, I can go out and chop down any tree I want in this bloody place. And nobody bats an eye. Oh, I could chop down every tree. That should be the final episode. I just bring everything down to ashes. I chop down every tree and pick every flower and just leave the town completely flat and bare. That'd be scary. If I could, like, duplicate my town, I would totally do that, but I would never do that to this town. Pink furniture makes me happy every time I see it. Wouldn't it be great to have a room full of it? I'm gonna try and see if anything in my house that I'm going to replace with the fruit furniture would be considered pink furniture. If not, then tough luck, I guess. Yeah, but as I was saying with, you know, stuff about this game, it's like, I find it interesting how there's stuff that isn't really well known about, and that's up to speculation, and how, if you want to know stuff about this game, it's like 99% like stuff from GameFAQs, which... you know, isn't a reliable source, obviously, but it's literally the best thing you're gonna get. This game's not been data mined, at least not yet. Guess who got hitched? We finally did it. We look forward to our future and all that it holds. Sean Hart, Sean forever. Huh. You reckon that's like a... I mean, Sean, neither spelling is typically a feminine name, is it? Is this a subtle little... This game get banned in Saudi Arabia or whatever, or wherever it is. Let's see. Is Sean... Oh, oops. I keep... A female name? I'm pretty sure not. I mean... This is a kind of a bold thing. Oh, Sean is a gender-neutral name. The Wikipedia page says that it's a masculine name. But... I mean, yeah, list of people named Sean. Let's see if there's one woman on this list. Sean Astin. Nope. Sean Avery. Nope. Sean Baganewski. Nope. Sean Bailey. Nope. Sean Baker. Multiple people. Sean Banerjee. Nope. Sean Barrett. Nope. Sean Bean. Nope. Sean Burton. Nope. Sean Bonnewell. Nope. We could go like this forever, huh? Case, Canfield, Carlo, Colson, Carol, Cadaus, Chandler, Chew, Chiplock, Clancy, Clifford, Connery. Okay, I've not seen a single woman so far. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going for the, like, oh, we both have the same name joke, because I mean, there's names that are like that, though, that are like James or something like that. Or like, I don't know any good examples other than James. I mean, yeah, there's gender-neutral names or, like, alternate spellings, but, like, I've never heard Sean be given to a woman as a name. And, you know, it's a bold, like I said, that's a bold move for 2005. See, like, if more information was known about this game, then that would probably be, like, common knowledge, but I had to find that out today. It kind of is giving me deja vu. I might have seen that particular bottle mail before, and no, that's not, like, a person's written that. Like, it is from the game, because, well, a person's written it, you know, somewhere down the line, but I mean, that is coded into the game. There's, like, bottle mail that's coded in the game and bottle mail that's player-written, and you don't get player-written bottle mail unless you interact with them, you know, their town, or you're online, and this game doesn't go online anymore. So yeah, that is, like, one that was programmed into the game by someone. I mean, I guess headcanon whatever you want, it doesn't really matter. We don't know who Sean or Sean are. But yeah, that is interesting. For like 2005, mind you, like, gay marriage in most places didn't even exist in 2005, as far as I know. I mean, at least for Australia, it took till like 2016 for us to get gay marriage, which I think is like particularly late. So, guess don't use us as a yardstick for anything. But it's not. It wasn't. I think even America. Like, I don't remember when they started allowing gay marriage. I mean, obviously they had a big pushback against it in like the 70s, around when, like, you know, like the AIDS epidemic and stuff like that. And that's obviously when, you know, the sort of the hippie movement had grown bigger ever since like the 60s. So yeah, I don't know when America got gay marriage, but still, like, it's very I don't know. It just seems interesting to me that they would put that in the game. Like, I'm not saying it's like bad. I'm just curious. I'm just wondering how, both if that is the actual intent, and if, like, how that got by. I guess because it's such an obscure, like, message to find. You know what a tiger butterfly is? Heard of it? Even if you haven't, you ought to know that those things can be fired up. So let's see if you can catch a tiger butterfly. No thanks. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Oops. I'm just gonna not do that. I mean, and it's not like a thing, like, I'm not just making this up where it's like, oh, they'd get in trouble if this game was more well known, because that is a thing. Like, a notable example is Punch Out, the Wii version. They, like, people, like, I don't think they data mined it. It might have just been hacked to the game to move the camera freely, and they found out that, like, one of the characters is reading, like, an edited, like, screenshot of, like, a Sailor Moon manga. But, like, you can't see it in the game if you play it normally. But I'm pretty sure they still got in trouble for that. Because, like, the company found out that they did that. Even though, like I said, you know, you can't see it in the game, which brings into question how it's, you know, breaking copyright laws. So I would wonder if, you know, if this game was more widely, you know, broken into, I guess, like, you know, picked apart. I don't know what the word is. Then, you know, wouldn't that might have gotten, you know, might have been picked up, but it just slipped through the cracks. Hey boss, you gotta do me a favor. I completely forgot that I had to send Buck a letter. If I ask P to deliver it, who knows when he'll get around to it. Is he calling him Petey, like, endearingly, or is that an error? It's not, like, wrong, but, like, Petey is a different name, kind of. I mean, like, I don't know. I just think that there are characters called, Nintendo characters called Petey, like Petey Piranha, and not Pete, specifically. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Even put the name in red, though, which is usually to denote a direct character name. Like, I wouldn't question it if it had just been Petey, but not, like, highlighted. Oh, Hugh, I don't want to give you a new catchphrase or a new greeting. I hate coming up with these. That won't do. Spoon. Oh yeah, he says spoon. You see, that's already a great one. Famous catchphrase of the Tick. Where's Buck? I saw him earlier and specifically didn't talk to him because I don't like Buck. I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like I have seen this before. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hell, maybe it was in one of these episodes. I guess that's an example of what I was talking about with this game, not everything being widely known. Uh-oh. I think I'm hearing the UFO. Unless that's a mosquito. Oh, I think it was. I'm still running up to the top of town in case. Well, I need to anyway. I need to find Buck. Buck. Where the hell is he? Obviously not here. I need to deliver it in 10 minutes, he said. Buck, where the hell are you? Doesn't help that he's, like, not a standout color, so he could be around here and I just haven't seen him because he, like, blends into the environment. I doubt it, but still. Okay, he's definitely not on this side of town. He has to be on the other side. Yeah, but, like, you know, there'd be something a bit bittersweet if, like, this game got completely cracked open and every single bit of information you could possibly know was known about. 'Cause, you know, like, I don't know. There wouldn't be any mystique to it anymore. But I don't play this game for that. I kind of just play this game because it's just the right... It's to me, there's, like, a bunch of sliders, I guess, for Animal Crossing. Like, there's a bunch of different things that they try to prioritize. Like, sometimes it's creativity, sometimes it's socialization, sometimes it's, like, I guess just, like, freedom to do whatever the hell you want. I feel like this game has the sliders in all the right places, if that makes sense. Like, the characterization is good enough that you can get by just talking to characters and that's still, like, entertaining enough. The creativity is good enough in that I find the limited options help in being creative. That the fact you've got less things you can do means that you get more, like, you have to come up with more, I guess, you know, unique solutions to your own little, you know, creative problems. Like, when you try to make a house a specific way is kind of what I mean. It's a classic table you've always wanted. Why on earth? No, I already know that I don't need a classic table. Bugger off, Buck. All I'm here to do is give you a letter. Yeah, but I think this game just hits everything in the right place for me. Something like New Leaf, even, I find that the dialogue is too sterilized, where... Sterilized the right word? I don't know. Where, like, even... I remember in that game, people would so easily... Oh, thanks for the weird letter. It cracked me up. You should try gymnastics. Do it. Just tell him that to Buck. Pretty sure he does. Peewee's a cod. When you get a chance, give my regards to Peewee. Okay. But yeah, like, New Leaf, I find, you know, the dialogue gets repetitive quickly, and I find... I mean, I've shown that this game's dialogue has gotten repetitive for me at this point. There's been situations where I've skipped... Well, not skipped it, but, you know, been inattentive because I've seen it so many times before. Do I smell funky or something? Not really. You know, you're like a snail, not a slug. Definitely a snail. What the hell does that supposed to mean? Okay, I haven't seen that before. I guess I've proved myself wrong. Yeah, but specifically with the New Leaf, I find, you know, they're very quick to be like, oh, you've talked to me already, which is, I don't know. They do that in New Horizons too. It's like the second or third time you talk to them, they'll be like, hey, you've talked to me too many times. And it's like, what? Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's kind of silly. Especially in New Horizons, where they'll say, like, two things in their dialogue. But yeah, I've gotten into this so many times. Yeah, like, I don't... And, you know, the question is always, like, at least to me, is, you know, just because something is your favorite, do you think it's also the best? And I think in this case, it's, like... I think it's kind of superfluous. And I think this is a similar thing with Pokemon, where people will try and reason why their particular favorite Pokemon is, like, their best one. And in my opinion, it honestly doesn't make much of a difference. Like, if someone thinks the best... Oh, voice crack. The best Animal Crossing game is like, New Horizons, then I'm not gonna, like, you know... I don't think that affects anything. Because, at the end of the day, like... not only is it a preference thing, but also there's just different ways that people think of the series itself. Like, I have my own thoughts about the way the series is meant to be, which is why I feel the way I do about it. Why I feel the way I do about this game, I should say. But we're taking all this stuff. Get the hell out of here. Oh, look at this. Isn't this so satisfying, seeing everything go? But yeah, like, everyone's got their own... I mean, you know, some people don't think about it as extensively as others. I think I'm probably an example of someone who thinks about this game, this series, you know, very intently and, you know, I guess deeply. Not in like a... Oops, I didn't mean to get rid of that yet. Not in like a, you know, 14 and this is deep kind of way. I mean, sort of in a... Like, I just... I'm curious about it, I guess, is the word. What was it on? I think... Oh, was it... Oh, Marine Song 2001. So we have to get... Okay. I think this is clear enough. I'm just gonna start doing stuff. Alright, good start. It already isn't... very clearly not a classic room anymore. I kind of... Okay, I should dump all the classic furniture outside, because... I'm gonna sell it tomorrow, because there's no point storing it. I was putting that in storage before, because I, didn't know where else to put it, but that's probably not the best thing to do. Let's see. Classic clock. Go. 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 Don't get rid of Hugh's pick. Go. Go. Oops, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, like, I guess I would say with Pokemon, that's what I was gonna say, that, like, people try to act one specific Pokemon game is the best, when in my opinion, I think my favorite Pokemon game, I'll say right now, because honestly this could very well change, is the second generation, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And I have pretty firm beliefs about it. I have reasons, and it isn't, you know, stuff that everyone would agree on as to, like, things that are good about the series. But I just feel the way I do about it. And that's the thing, is, like, personally, I believe there is an inherent difference between things that you think are the best and things that are your favorite. I can, like, there is, I think, genuinely, there is no objective, like, best thing in really any category, in my opinion, necessarily. But what I do believe is that there's always... that there's, like... I guess, you know, there's not a best thing, but you can definitely say that there's a best thing, I guess. I don't know how to describe this idea that, like, there are games that, like, I like, but I know aren't the best in its respective series, and there are also games that I don't like, but probably would accept probably, like, the best in the series. You know, you've kind of, there's this, like, discrepancy. And I think the main thing is that the things that you personally think are your favorites, you see the flaws in them. I think anyone should be able to see the flaws in their favorite things. Like, if you don't, then I think then you might not be looking deeply into it. Because everything has flaws. There's not a single thing that exists that doesn't have flaws. So the idea that, like, if something's your favorite, then I think it doesn't mean, like, oh, it's far and away the best thing in its field. It's you super, like, you know, keenly aware of it and so passionate about it that you can, you know every last bit of it, which means that you can acknowledge its flaws. Whereas something you think personally is the best thing, you probably wouldn't see as many flaws in it because that's, you know, how you feel about it. You think it's the best thing, and that doesn't mean it's your favorite because there's probably less emotion in that, you know, in that fact. Sure, it's the quote-unquote best thing, but, you know, sometimes there's no emotion in just being good, I guess. I mean, that's what I always remember from school. Well, one thing I would remember is, like, being told that, like, you know, saying something's nice or good is sort of boring descriptor, and that's kind of a thing where, like, things that, I mean, I know what the point on that isn't to say that things can't be good, but it's to say there are better words. But my point is, things that are just plainly good sometimes aren't interesting to us. It depends. I'm all talking out my ass at the moment, really. I'm not really thinking straight. Okay, well, let's... This is very cluttered. Why don't I'm gonna pick up the pictures, because I want to add them to stuff. So I think, first of all, the gyroids stay here. I'm pretty, like, fixed on the gyroids staying in this spot. I don't know about the birthday cake and the cat. These guys were just kind of... I placed them here when I got them, and then I never, like, did anything with them, so I don't know if they're gonna stay. I kind of want to separate fruits of the same type. So, like, there's the clock, and there's the... Clock. Oh, I have two. Okay, well, that's going. I mean, I suppose I could have two of them, and then have one facing the wall, maybe, and then that's, like... just sort of an adding, like a filler thing. I guess we'll see how we go. Okay, why don't I start by putting this orange jar here. There we go, that's something. And this is, there's the dresser and the wardrobe. Okay, this is the dresser, I think. Yeah, so would I say Animal Crossing Wild World is the best Animal Crossing? Probably not. Like, I'd say objectively the best one would be the one that has, like, the most, like, you know, things to do in them, which I think kind of brings it down to, like, New Horizons, maybe. I don't know. But I think New Horizons is a bit of a boring answer, to be honest. And so I'd never say it's my, my favorite. In fact, it's probably one of my least favorite. But I haven't played the GameCube one or City Folk. I might say City Folk if I ever played that, because it looks kind of whatever. But I don't know. I'm one to be a bit judgmental to games before I play them. But I mean, I don't know. I think that's kind of normal. Okay, let me put... Now, I believe one thing I recall finding difficulty in when doing a fruit room was... here we go. Was having enough tables. There's only a couple tables. I mean, the melon table's definitely good. Can you put both of these things on the table, I wonder? No. Yes. Okay, well, that's not helpful. Okay. Well, yes, I definitely think, like, having... Okay, let's just get rid of this. You see, this is what I'm talking about, like... You've got a couple chairs, a couple tables, and that's basically this whole furniture set. There's two dresses, and they're both the same type of fruit, which is, like, really boring. I could try and segment the room a bit more by using, like, the gyroids and the trophies and stuff. Let's see. I definitely want the melon table to be in the center and have it so you can fully walk around it, which sort of means these tiles that I'm walking in right now can't have stuff in them. Okay, so where would the clock go? Like, let's... There's the pineapple bed. I might get the pineapple bed and add it to this, because that's fruit. Like, that should count. Okay, well, let me... Yeah, but I don't necessarily mind having... I could, you know, I've got that flower that I used to have in here. I could keep that just as a little filler. What we could do is do this. Like, have this table here. This table might have something. And then here, we'll move the bug-catching trophy. And so now we've got more space around here. And then we can do the same thing on this side with the fish trophy and move these things up. I'm not a keen furniture decorator, so bear with me here as I sort of just... I don't want the room to be too symmetrical, though, which I'm kind of doing at the moment. I do like kind of being walled off by the gyroids when you enter. I don't know, I think it's fun. Obviously this chair is violating the thing I was saying earlier about keeping the space around the table clean. Yeah, like, I don't know where to put... I think maybe the paired dresser or whatever I've got on me. Let's see, the paired dresser should go here. And then you've got a clean access to the jukebox. And then maybe the Apple clock goes here. Or maybe that should be where the pineapple bed ends up going. But, like, you know, you can kind of see what I mean, where it's, like, very empty. Because there's not very many pieces of the set. Oh, because it isn't a set. Well, it is a set. It's not a series, which is what you'd usually call it. Okay, let's, like, at least add the pictures back. So, like, Hugh's pick can go on this lime table. And then we can have... I guess, I don't know. What we could do... Okay, so say the bed is up against the wall here. We could have a bedside table? Oops. I don't have an available table, I don't think, though. I think I'm going to get an extra table and put it here. And then do... I guess we'll put the classic table here for now. And so the idea will be... Okay, I don't want... It's just a good angle, by the way. Uh-oh, am I going to be trapped? Okay, no. Let's just move this like this. Wait, here? I have to guess where everything is. And then, so the bed would be in here, right? In this 2x2, 1x2 where I'm standing. And so right next to it is this table, and then you can have the clock maybe slotting in here. I just don't like it being too... What we could do instead is have it be walled like this, so the bed is in its own section, maybe? So we kind of... but then that feels a bit claustrophobic. Well, then maybe we move this out, and this table goes... You have the table at the foot of the bed. You can walk in here and then get into bed, and when you get out... I just feel like this needs to be a bit more opened. Right? And then... I'd say having the chair here wouldn't be that bad. Like this. You can sit and watch whoever's sleeping there for some reason. And then... Like, you still have the openness of the space around the table. The center table, which I still need to put stuff on. But it feels weird to have this clock facing the chair. Like, maybe this ought to be somewhere else. I don't know, there's too many chairs. Maybe the chairs go into the table like it's a dining set. It's just... Without halves, it's kind of difficult to do that, because it looks kind of weird to have one chair like that. Well, where does a clock go? A clock usually goes on your bedside, because, you know, you use it when you wake up. Can I put the clock here? Clocks don't go on tables, apparently. That's annoying. Let's see. What if we do this? And then maybe the clock faces inwards to where the bed would be. And then the trophy goes up here, and then this is sort of like your dressing area. And then you do a chair as like a little like dress-up area. Except now there's like an empty space here, which I don't know where you would put, what you would put there. Maybe the plant from earlier, or the cat. Yeah, there he is. I don't know, I think it's kind of restrictive. I don't know, I'm kind of iffy on this. Like, Yeah, I think segmenting the room is the best way to go about this. As for this orange chair, I really have no idea. I still don't really dig the whole chair facing the bed thing. I think that's a bit odd, but I don't know really else where you'd put these chairs. It would be nice if I had the Apple TV. I might just bring in a TV of, like, any set to sort of fill the space out a little bit more. But we might have to end off soon, so let me just get down these extra items. So let's put down Marina's pick on this table. We want the birthday cake and Cube and Peewee's pick on this table. And then I feel like there ought to be one more thing on the table to round it out. There we go. And for some reason, okay, well the chair, at the very least, if you can have a chair at the table, it should be towards the birthday cake that's been out for like 6 months. Okay, that's used basically every item. We just need the bed. And then what I might do is order just a TV, but like a generic TV, and then put it somewhere and remove the furniture around to reflect the TV existing. In the most normal way I can say that phrase. I almost wonder if the Apple clock is kind of useless being here, because you can't really even see that it's a clock from any angle. So, like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that back corner is a weird place for a bed. Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on this. I feel like what it needs is more furniture that's on, like, I guess, that you could use in a fruit room. Like, not just using the fruit stuff, but, like, actually using a range of stuff. Like, I think this plant... But, like, you know, grabbing... let's see, all of this... Yeah, this is all classics. Let me just put out all the classic stuff. Like, if I'm gonna look through the catalog tomorrow, maybe, and sort of... I'm gonna look for, like... things that could fit, you know, decently in the room, but not necessarily all, like, fruit physically, I guess, if that makes sense. Because, like, it would just be, like, even if it's just, like, a regular TV. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of, I don't know, even this chair is annoying me. I feel like this cake is going to be on the other side. Hell, put the chair... Oh, that's weird. Okay. Wait, there's too many chairs. That's my problem, is there's too many chairs. This is why it's not a furniture set. It's very clearly just like a, Oh, well, now I've got the flower. I actually don't know where to put it. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to put it down. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. It's not great. Even by my standards, this is not great. I feel like this has to move. I'm going to keep it like this for today. And that's decorating the fruit room. So tomorrow, I'm going to order more stuff to try and fit in with the room. And then we're going to kind of workshop it a bit. We're going to make it nice. Because this room's nice. But this barely constitutes as a room. In fact, the Egypt room that I'm so proud of also barely constitutes as a room if we actually look at it. Because, wow, would you look at that? It doesn't have anything. It's just a bunch of decorations. You just walk around in a circle, I guess a square, and then, oh, I guess that's everything the room has, and then you leave. Evidently, I'm not very good at designing big spaces where you actually have to think about where all of the items go. Even this game room is like... It's all just stuff. And I mean, there's some thought behind it. I like this gyroid in the corner. Like, I like the guys playing pool. This is my favorite part of the house. I love that they're all huddled around the billiards table. But I mean, like, come on. It's just putting a bunch of items down, really. So when I have to make an actual room, it's hard, okay? I mean, the last time I made a proper room would have been... well, what's a proper room? I'm saying like a livable space, I guess. And that doesn't make sense either because it's Animal Crossing. But like, it's got, the drawer, the dresser, and all that stuff, like all the bed and things like that in it, where you're supposed to like sort of, mingle in it. I guess if that makes sense. I'm not good at those rooms. I'm also not good at the big. Like it's weird because it's simultaneously a big space, but also it's still small. Where like the space room, you can only put so much down. The main room you can put a lot of stuff down, but like also at the same time you kind of can't. This I'm content with just having this small amount of items here. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to speak on with that. I'm not the best at making rooms. I also didn't plan it beforehand. Excuse me. I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff down really just then. So maybe tomorrow I can try and workshop it a little bit. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today at the very least. Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow maybe I'll make that room look a bit better.